Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to make our March quilt block, which is the 4-leaf clover. And I already did 3 of these because I wasn't sure if you wanted to watch me do it 4 times. If you do, just rewind this and watch it 3 more times. So first we're going to take our 4 of our little 1 1/4 inch squares and sew to one of each of our fabric pieces, of our colored fabric pieces. So you're going to end up with 4 that look like this. So we're just going to do our corners first, and just like that. Now I'm not marking them anymore, but if you do mark them, you just take your little ruler, lay it corner to corner, and draw a line. But I bought this nifty little thing there that seems to be working fine for me. I'll show you. This little, it's a sew straight guide, this right here, and I just have to follow this line right here. So what I do is I line the corner up because I'm sewing corner to corner. So I line the corner up with the needle, and then I line it up with the middle line there. That's the one that's under the needle. So then we're just going to sew straight through. I don't pin this because it's so small, but normally I am a pinner. But I feel like the pin might get in the way this time. So then we're just going to do it to the other one. Line it up with the line there. Sorry, my hand's going to be in the way a little bit. Okay, and if you notice on the end there, when I started with one of these. So I'm just going to take this and line up one of my white squares and line that up with this line, the outer line here, because that's the 1/4 inch line. And it'll just line up perfectly there. Well, and then this is how I normally sew, so I don't have to start and stop all the time, because nobody wants to have all these starters and enders, and I don't know, you might, but I don't want to. So we're going to cut this apart. Now this is also pretty small. Let me grab my scissors. I had them over there in my other area. So you're going to just cut this off about 1/4 inch from it. You can use the rotary cutter. I feel like it's pretty small. I can do it. Doesn't have to be exact. Put that up for my something, my pillow. So these I'm going to iron to the green. Just burnt myself on that iron. This iron gets hot, guys. Be careful. Lay that there. I do have this. I like it so far. I'm really not sure how long you're supposed to leave them on there, but I don't know. I like it. Iron these open. Put that on there for a minute. Alright, lay this to the side. Let's flip that one over. Lay this above it. Got 2 more there. So I've got 2 of those done with 1 on it and 2 without it. So now we're going to lay it just like this. So next we have to sew this piece together. So I am going to throw a pin in it. Go back over and sew it up. I don't know, you guys want to come with me? Sure you do. Why wouldn't you? And we're going to run our stitch down through there. Again, lining up with the 1/4 inch stitch line there. And then I am going to take another one of the long border piece and a white piece and sew together. Oh, it got a little off there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this apart. Lay it to the side. Flip this over. Nope. I'm going to cut it off. It's better this way. We're going to just start over. I want to line up the white piece with the stitch line, not the green piece, because I'm going to end up having to cut the green piece off. I wanted them to be even, but it slipped on me, so it just wasn't. Again, no big deal. Alright, so now we're going to come back over here. I'm going to go ahead and cut these apart. Iron this one to the green side. up there. Iron this one open to the white because there's no seam on it. Lay that there for a minute. Then we just have to sew this together. And then sew it to the other 3 clovers and then put the border on. This is a very quick block. I was tortured over what to do this month because actually today, you're not watching it today, but today while I'm filming it is my birthday. And I wanted to do a birthday block, which I am going to do, and you probably will have watched that one because I'm going to do that later and post it today. So it will be posted on my birthday. But it won't be this size. I wanted to do one this size for my blanket, but you guys don't all have birthdays this year or this month. So you all have birthdays this year. You don't have birthdays this month. So it wouldn't be for you. So I decided I'm just going to make a separate one. And then you guys can have a blanket like this, but then you can also make maybe pillows or something with the birthday block. We'll see. Maybe I will make it this size, and then you can just sub it in for whatever month your birthday is. Okay, so now I'm saving that other white block, so we're just going to use an ender. And we'll head back over to the ironing board, ironing mat, maybe. There we go. This one, again, going to iron it to the green. Iron this one open. So there's my story. This is my birthday, but I chose St. Patrick's Day anyway. But we're going to do a birthday one. Okay, so there it is. Now, it is going to go here. This one is going to go here, and I'm going to sew those together. And then these two, I have already sewn together. So that's going to be the bottom part. But we got to sew this one together first. So first, we're going to change this to be ironed to the other side. So it will match up with this one. If you're picky about this, you could trim this block, see how it's a little bit there, but I'm not worried about it. So if you are, now is when you trim it. So you lay in there, make sure your white is in your 4 corners, which it is, and then we'll fold it over. And this is the only seam we have to match up because it is the only seam that has 2. So we'll pin it. And one more. All right, we'll head over and sew this. Again, lining up with your 1/4 inch line. So just for the record, I usually sew with my hands here, but I'm trying to be out of the way so you guys can see what I am doing. Because that is the point of this, right? All right. Now we'll iron this one open, and it goes like this. So I just want to see, and I ironed this one to that side. So I'm going to iron this one to this side. I'll just press it. See that? I didn't do very well on these corners, but again, who cares? I mean, if you care, yeah, worry about it. Me, I don't worry about small things. So now we're just fold it over. I'm going to pin in the middle. I know that one's longer. I'm also going to fold that one back this way. I'm not going to worry about ironing it because it's so small. But if you're not comfortable with that, iron it. This one I'm going to fold this way and then line it up. And the first time I made this blog, honestly, I didn't do this reverse seam thing. So it really wouldn't matter. So we'll line that up a little better. All right, we're going to go sew this. And, yep, there it is. Fold that bottom seam under. I could feel it bulging, trying to bend the other way. Make sure that one's in there straight. Oop. All right. Iron it open and add our border. Okay, so I will press these a little bit now, just to get it to lay slightly flatter. All right. Now we just have to iron it open. Didn't match up there in the middle, but ask me if I care. All right, so now we just have to put our border on. So we're going to take the one that doesn't have any white on it, and we are going to line it up. We're just going to start at the top here, line it up with this edge. And I do cut these a little bit bigger. I have been burned before. If you want to, at this point, you could measure, and it is, well, it is 14.5. You could cut it at 14.5, and theoretically, it would work. But I cut mine at 15 because I would rather trim off a little bit because I don't waste it. It goes in my pillow. And then it is more accurate for me in the end because then I just sew this, trim off a little bit. Like this piece right here, we're just going to trim that. You wouldn't have to. I mean, it would add bulk, but you don't have to. Alright, so I'm going to go sew this on. And we'll be back for the next one. This is the point where I have to use starters and enders because I don't have another project I'm working on. I did finish the quilt top for my son's old man quilt. His plaid quilt. I just have to get it put together. I'll take a picture of the top though if you'd all like to see it. Let me know if you would like to see just the top. And then obviously I'll still show it whenever it's completely done. And I'll take a picture of it on his bed probably. Y'all let me know. I don't have a lot of space for pinning it and stuff, or I would show that process. But it's not something I can do under a camera right now. Okay. Oh, I didn't use that on that last one, did I? I had two. I bought two different ones. I don't know where the other one went. It's around here somewhere. Unless, somebody snuck down here and took it. Which happens. I have children. They do that. Where is, I'll just use this big one. Oh no, I'll use that one. This little one. So then I just line this up and I just cut off a little bit. I line it with the seam there and this line. And then we'll just, the rotary cutters. I did get new blades for my other one. I'm going to go grab that now. I was making a purse and I was using it on it, so that's why it wasn't over here. Now we're just going to spin it. We're just going to go all the way around. So now we're just going to line this up right there. This is the one that I sewed back over. And in here we're going to pin. And down here. And actually, no, I was going to say I'll pin this one too, but I'm just going to go around the circle because that's how I like doing it. So let me switch it back over with me. Actually, before I take that off, we're going to go back over here, maybe. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to measure it the 14.5 inches. That's not long enough. 14.5 is what I said the block was, right? I'm going to go there and then I'm going to add another 1/4 inch for my seam allowance. And it actually, did I say it was 14.5? We're going to trim this little shred off anyway. It's very little, see? So now I'm going to take this and use it as a starter, ender, whatever you want to call it. So I don't have to use another one. I'm going to run that through. I'm not even going to take you with me. I'm just going to run it through real quick. And I will be right back. Alright, see, didn't take long at all. I'll take this off. Now my last one is ready. Alright, so now also, if you didn't have the rotary cutter or anything, you could just do it like this. I mean, it's pretty basic. But now we're going to do this one. See that little wrinkle there? I'll get it out when I iron this. So now we're just going to line this up. Right there. So this wasn't my favorite block, which is odd because I love St. Patrick's Day. But I couldn't I don't know. There were so many different ones, and I wanted to do one with applique, but I also wanted it to be for just quilters. I don't know if everybody does applique, but I am going to be doing some applique on my channel. So if you're wanting to learn, you can learn with me. Literally, because I'll be learning. All right, so we're going to head over and sew this up. I do like that new iron, and I actually really like this Sew Straight mat too. If you're interested, try them out. So I guess you figured out all the blocks are going to have this little border to them. I like it because it's a good way to make a block bigger, so then the whole block is like, then when you add all 12 blocks together, you make a quilt that's big enough. You could also make them smaller. If you know quilting math, it's a learned trait. But if you know quilting math, you could make them smaller and make 2 of each, which would have been good. I could have made 2 different blocks this month. I could have made one for my birthday and one for St. Patrick's Day. But then I would have had to come up with 2 for every month, and who has time for that? Anyway, don't be scaring me with all that. When I retire, I just told my husband when I retire I want to have a quilt shop. I can just sew all day, just quilt. Have new people come in and say, I want to learn to quilt. And I'll say, you came to the right place. Wouldn't it be great? Pretty sure everybody in here has that dream. Just to quilt all day and get paid for it. Alright, so now we just have to line up the other one. And I already cut it at the right... No, I didn't. Look. Because I didn't take the 1/4 inch off the other ones. I knew I was doing that wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one right here. And that's just because I eyeballed the 1/4 inch. Which was really easy because it was even with this. We're going to rip this out. You guys were probably all yelling at me right then, weren't you? You're doing it wrong. Alright. Easy peasy. We'll re-sew this. Not even going to take you with me. I'm just going to sew it real quick. I knew something was wrong on that. We'll call it old age brain. Because I'm getting there. Alright. Now we'll re-iron it. And now we'll pin it. And now it should be correct. And you know what you do if it's not? You adapt. You roll with the punches. Alright. Line this up. I have a bunch more blocks I want to make. I just don't have a bunch more time. I also have more. The Harry Potter quilt will be one of my main focuses now that the other one is done. I had to finish the older son's quilt first because, you know, he asked for it first. But now the Harry Potter one is going to be my focus. And we're going to get it done soon, too. His birthday is the 1st of May, so we can get it done for then. By then, hopefully. Completely done, not just the blocks, like everything. Oh, we're going to go back over and sew this up. And then we're going to, I might not do a well, no, I'll do a video. I might have it already quilted, though, of how to attach it. But I'm going to quilt it just like the other one, just the crosshatch. It will be exactly the same. Let me know if you want another video on it, or if I can just quilt it and then show you how to hook it together. And when we hook it together, we're going to hook it to the February block. And I'm going to actually, I don't know about you guys, you can wait till the end if you do your borders differently. If you use binding, I don't use binding, I just fold over my back, even around the edge like I did on the last one. But I'm going to go ahead and do the top part, I believe, because I like to be true quilt as you go. Like, I want to be as done with it as I possibly can every step of the way. Alright, and I don't need an ender because I'll probably be done after this. We're going out for my birthday, so I'll do the other block later. So now you have to, or we're going to iron this open. This just glides. It was $50 for this iron, but oh my gosh. You guys, it just glides over it. The other one wasn't bad. I do like the other one, and I still use it some. But for these bigger blocks, bigger pieces, it's a better, not better, it's just bigger. So there it is. And now this is the back of mine. This right here. Because I was going to use this in it, but these bigger circles, I thought they'd be great on the back. So that's what I did. And that, again, is 20.5 by 20.5. There it is. Let me know what you think. Let me see yours. I cannot wait to see yours in the video, or the Facebook group. The video. This is the video. Anyways, let me know if you want to see me quilt it, or if you want me to just quilt it and show you how I'm putting it together. Anyways, I hope you make it and love it, and everybody has a great day. I'll see you next time.